what's about to happen. I do know, we know from the PPN's call to action. We know that they have asked for some warrants to be served. Don't know if that could be what it is, or. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. I like I keep saying, it's, I'm just doing what I can. I'm just somebody out there who knows how to run this software, and do my best to look at things in an unbiased manner, even though I do have my opinions, and I'm sure I show some bias, but my biggest bias is truth. So thank you, Mackinstood. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Just one of those things. I can't set, there's a lot of things I can't do. I don't have the money to go there and report. I don't have the money to do anything, really. We don't know how we're going to pay rent. But, and I'm not, I'm just saying that Jen was working at a great job and was laid off. So we're still trying to figure that one out. But anyway, there's not much I can do. That's kind of my point. I can't, there's just not a lot I can do. But I know how to run this software, and I know how to, speak English, kind of, anyway. Even though it gets kind of messed up. I just do what I can. This is my part. This is, If I was trying to Caitlyn Jenner it, I would be trying to ogre it up. That's funny, Eugene. Yeah, Toast is exactly right, and I can't do it on my own either. By the way, he does. Let me get that link out for you, Toasted. Give me just a second. I know I've gotten notifications from you and whatnot, so let me get your link out for your Facebook page, sir. Toasted has a Facebook page titled Revolution News and Information, and here you go. That's probably all I have the choice to do, TX lady. I really don't have any choice to do anything else. Effed up English. That's what I speak. And it's hard for me to keep up with chat. I do have a lot of windows I try to keep up on. So I apologize if I miss anybody. And thank you, New West. I try. I try to put the see, I told you I can't speak. The puzzle pieces together, and it's not really predicting the future. It's just I've been on this earth for 43 years, and I've made my own life really, really hard. But as a result of that, I've learned quite a bit. So. Thank you, Danny. I just seen your comment. Bones. He said, let me find it. He said, it's okay, Mike. I don't like you. I only come here for the info. LOL, just kidding. Hopefully Jen hopefully Jen gets on the mic a little bit when she gets back. What? I'm not putting you on the spot or nothing. Okay, let me refresh and see if sometimes with the live streams.
You're about ready to get it.
Oh, what's that?
Well, you're going to see it. I'm going to wait for them to announce.
Yeah, this is probably only going to be the last few seconds or whatever of it. Yeah. And I'm afraid to go back to Chris Ann right now because I don't want to miss when he goes up. Well, thank you, Texas lady. I've sure asked him many times why I'm here. What is it that I'm supposed to do? I've had a lot of crazy things in my life, and I probably shouldn't be here now, but I am, and I do my best to follow him. And I know it sounds crazy, but follow him through my heart, not my head, and this is what I feel he tells me to do. And I'm not a public speaker. I'm the guy that I like to do the work. I like to do the hard work, but I like to do so in a corner and unnoticed. That's how I prefer to live life. I don't like a lot of attention, but I have a knack for putting puzzles together. I don't mean physical, cardboard piece puzzles, although I can do a pretty good job on them. I just have this knack for putting information together, looking at it from a wide view and trying to see the big picture. And that's why I started doing this, because that I kept seeing opinions and thoughts from so many different places, and it's like, okay, yeah, but what about this, or what about that, and I play my own devil's advocate, and it seems to work pretty well for figuring it out. Sorry for all the babbling. I'm probably more confused than anybody on why I'm here doing this. This is not a job I ever really wanted. Thank you, TX lady. I'm pretty sure that stands for Texas, especially considering your picture. Yeah, he does. He does a good job of guiding. Really good job. Well, thank you, Mackinstood. I sure hope so. What, babe?
One of these days, I'm gonna be walking and try to grab onto it.
You'll just do that so you can look at the horror on my face when you fall.
Yep. My ass off as I hit the ground, and you'll be like, just like when I broke my crutch at work.
Thank you, Anna. I try. I'm far from perfect, but I try to do what's right. Thank you, Bern. And Texas lady, I'm it may sound crazy, but I couldn't be prouder to live in this time and in this. Well, thank you, Anna. We love you too. We love all of you. I think we're really looking for some rough times ahead, all of us. And I just keep getting told over and over and over, it's going to be okay. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but
It hasn't been easy since I came out of the
well, and sweetheart, I've told you why I don't think it's been an easy life for you, why I don't think it's been an easy life for me. A lot of being able to deal with and handle what I see as coming. It's going to take somebody that's been through hell, and You know, I'm not saying my problems are worse than anybody else's. They're not. They're just different. Um, I just, I'm not one to give up and give in. And psychologically, emotionally, not physically. I've got a lot of fight left in me, and that's what. I'm sorry, folks. That was. That would be cool, New West. It would be really cool to meet you guys. You okay, babe? It's been a long road for all of us. Hopefully in the future we'll have some relief for everybody, you know. People really shouldn't have to work their butts off 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to pay their rent and their power and you know.
I'm just gonna go be Josh Blue.
What's that, babe?
I'm gonna go be Josh Blue.
You wanna what? You wanna be?
I'm gonna go be Josh Blue.
Oh, Jen said she wants to go be Josh Blue.
I'm funny looking.
Oh. Yeah, Clovis, I agree with you. I hope everybody can keep level heads and do the right thing, and
I mean, who?
that would be cool, New West. It really would. What, baby?
I mean, who just pulls a gun out on somebody and just shoots them? Who does that?
You talking about Lavoy, honey?
Yes.
No. No, we're not. We're not medicated. we, New West said we sound so medicated. No, we're not medicated. What, babe?
We're not.
No, we're worn out, but we're not medicated. I mean, I have prescription medicines. Jen's not one for taking any medicines, and I'm not either, but I have to face the reality of life after I've beat the hell out of my own body. I've got to take Symbicort for COPD, emphysema, and I take Doxepin to help me sleep, and Meloxicam so that, you know, I can move a little easier. Shanana, thank you for the, if I said that right, I'm sorry if I didn't. Thank you for the link. I'm trying to copy it. I'm going to immediately go there. I know we've been waiting for, what's his name? I'm clicking, waiting for, oh, I gotta hit enter. Duh.
And he says, then if you look, he says, look very close.
Thank you, hon.
That bullet enters his back, comes out his side. That's what his pockets are. And he reaches down.
That's what I thought. He's
Like, I've been hit.
Ah, sorry. This is Revolution Radio. I'm going to put the links on the screen.
Yep. Well, then he said, they didn't go up there with the intentions of anybody coming out of their life. He said, as a law enforcement officer and retired, they should have had medical stand by there.
right.
And he said
They didn't touch him. You saw he's laying in the dirt. His hand was still moving. He's still alive, and they didn't touch him.
Exactly.
They let him die.
But I want to know because you can't hear a sound.
No, there's no sound. There's no
And
nothing.
that video does absolutely nothing.
It does
to
nothing.
Justify what
No,
they
there's
did.
no justification.
I
So,
kind of got a little bit.
you know,
upset over that.
I was very upset. Still
I
upset.
still, the FBI, law enforcement concerned.
That's right. That's right. You know, here's.
And the start button is.
I called the FBI back. I said, look,
Um,
we've been very,
Play with it, you'll
very
figure it out. It's
open
pretty
and
simple.
clear with you about what we're doing. I go, how about you guys turn around and do the same thing?
Rev, I don't know if you're monitoring me, brother, but if you are monitoring my channel, is that Redoubt News out there, sir?
There's 2 videos.
If you can, let my chat know, and Jen will let me know. I want to give the proper props, you know what I mean, brother?
They did. There was 2 phones that we know for sure, according to Victoria Sharp, that was in the truck. Yeah, the little girl. You know, we feared for her safety. She's in protective custody right now, far, far away from you.
Well, and the other one is the drive.
Is this good to be still okay?
Really got.
Oh, that's Redoubt. Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and get them in there.
Oh, that guy's standing right. Where is he? He's standing right here. Yeah, we all have.
And what? They let him go.
Yeah, no.
I heard Sherry.
I told Jody, I told my wife.
Well, here's the funny thing is, you know, he's sitting there and he's talking and he tells somebody, it's like, well, they were just shooting rubber bullets. Well, how the hell do you know that? How the hell do you know that? Guess what? Guess what we found up there after the road was over? Rubber bullet. Laying in the snow. How the hell does he know that being a mile away? That's my question.
So they were firing. Oh, were they firing the rubber bullets at the pickup though?
They said they were
try and
firing.
break the windows?
I don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. But
And that audio would say a lot.
and I got to say, the FBI guy that I talked to today, he confirmed Victoria Sharp, her story. Said when Ryan Payne stuck his hands out the window and he stuck his head out the window, they fired at him.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I said they fired at him. He goes, oh, well, it was just beanbag rounds. So he confirmed that they did it. He had his hands. How is that not a peaceful move? I'm surrendering. And then you shoot at him.
Yeah.
Rubber bullet, beanbag.
And I would take
rubber
off,
bullet,
too.
I would too.
Shit.
They're
They're
I
gonna
left
either kill you make a run for it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
They didn't kill a boy with a beanbag.
They didn't kill the boy with a beanbag. Right. You know, so why do they have certain people with live rounds and other people with non-lethal? So yeah, so they did a real thorough job cleaning up there as well too. You know, they left the boy's blood laying in the snow.
My wife's
Right
right there
over.
on her way back. She works up in Enterprise, and she stopped there on the way back and tried to find shell casings and stuff. And she said I didn't see.
Well, there's blood in the snow. Pictures of it. They didn't have the decency to at least cover up. They just left it laying out there for people to find.
Really?
Pretty disgusting. I mean, this man's sign right here is perfect. That's exactly what happened. Ambush and assassinate.
How far up was it? I didn't look on the way down. I was tired. So how far up was it?
I think if they said go up there, one of our other team members went up
I
there.
think it's just above Idaho.
It's just above that snow park.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Mile marker 21 or mile marker 26. So,
3 miles up.
Yeah,
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get somebody behind.
yeah, do it.
there was that video. It has,
The governor wrote a letter to the president.
they went back.
3 days later, a friend of mine
I'm sorry.
You're on.
I still got you?
Oh, we done yet?
They're no better off right
Hey,
now.
Sherry,
Yeah.
I went over that video with a video analyst this morning, the raw video I got, and the sheriff we were talking to last night, and he's pretty much in agreement that they shot him in the hip first, and he went for the wound, and then and we also found where 2 bullets hit the top of that truck right before he took off.
Okay, I'm gonna get BJ in on this so you can not have to repeat everything, okay? Okay, BJ,
Yes, ma'am.
Nighthawk
Okay.
has got some information that he's got about the video. Go ahead, Mike, see if everybody can hear you.
Yeah, we downloaded the video off the FBI site, the HD video, and I went over this with a local sheriff and also with a video analyst, and we see two objects hit the top of that truck before the truck took off.
I'm not sure I'm understanding. He sees two objects on the truck before the truck comes off.
We
Say
seen
that again.
two shots hit the top of that truck before the truck took off.
I see. Well, that's confirmed today by the FBI when Ryan Payne stuck his hands out the passenger side window and then stuck his head out trying to talk to them. They fired it was confirmed they did shoot at him.
Right.
But the FBI said, well, you know, it was just a beanbag round, you know, because they know that when shots are being fired.
Yeah, we
Okay,
saw
they
two.
also
There
said-
were two sparks came off the top of that truck, so that wasn't a bean. Beanbags don't make sparks. You
Right.
went sideways, Sherry.
They also said that it is it look like or is it confirmed about the shot in the hip?
I don't know. We'll have to see the coroner's report before we know.
It appeared that they shot him in the hip first. He went for that. That's what he was reaching.
We
Yeah.
saw the first shot turned him and hit him in the hip.
Finished him off at that point.
Yeah.
Sherry,
Well, it was.
Sherry,
Yeah.
you've gone sideways again on me.
Okay, hold on. Well, you know,
There
ever
we go.
since
And you're back. You're upside down again.
trying to give me a chance, I got. If my phone has gone totally screwy.
That's the consensus of all the media.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All good.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to shut up now and just get all the information we can. We need to make sure this is all documented and before the story and narrative gets covered up by the feds, as far as I'm concerned.
Has anybody got pictures of Lavoie's vehicle?
Yes, we do.
Can I get them?
I don't know. I have to talk with people first, but we do have pictures.
Okay. Well, it saved me a 133-mile trip.
Yeah. Well, the vehicle's impounded in places. You know, obviously we know where it's at this point.
Right.
I'm sure Deschutes County has it to investigate on it.
Right.
But the pictures that we do have of it, it's covered in tarps front and back. Passenger or the driver's side is exposed with all the windows shut out. Let me rephrase that. All the windows broken out of it.
On the driver's
on
side.
The driver's side, which confirms Victoria Sharp's statement.
Right.
And there's still glass laying up on the road up there in the spot as well.
Okay.
I got some coupons for the house we can make up still.
So, but anyways, you know, this is good. This is a start right here. This is a start with people getting out here, making their noise heard. It's going to be much
When
bigger
you
on
did
Monday.
your call to action,
Yeah.
is this what you were hoping for? Is today or?
Oh no, we got to get people time to get out. That call to action just went out this morning. I'm calling for people from across the country.
I thought I saw it earlier. Maybe it wasn't yours.
I put a post out on my personal page saying I would love to see people show up here.
Okay.
But the PPN official call to action went out today,
Okay.
this morning, and we're hoping that they're here for Monday so that we
Okay.
can make a very large statement.
And is it going to be here at the courthouse?
It'll be here at the courthouse, yes.
Okay. All day?
I'm going to shoot for the afternoon.
Okay.
Shoot for noon, 1 o'clock, something like that. I need to see exactly how many people are here, but that'll be the post we put right here on Monday between noon and 1 o'clock, something like that. And
Okay.
we'll finalize the details to come and I'll let you know. Yeah,
Okay. Want to make sure the word gets out for you.
that's it. We've got to get the word out.
Yep.
Yep. Everybody
Yep.
come to Burns. Come to Burns. Peaceful protest, peaceful rally. We're going to make our voices heard. It's time that this militarized police force that we're facing here goes away.
Uh-huh. Well, I wasn't surprised when after everything's said and done, they still have the courthouse locked down.
Well, yeah.
I'm not surprised Judge Grassi has made himself available.
Oh, shocking, right?
Yeah.
Shocking. He
Yeah.
said, you know what? He told me to stop by anytime.
He did.
Yeah.
He did return my call. This morning.
Yeah.
I called
Did
him
he?
yesterday.
Did he? And how did that go?
Well, it was about the Puckins.
Okay.
The way they were held.
They were
at gunpoint.
handled. Yeah, sure.
And he said, well, you didn't hear the true story. story, and I did because from
Them directly, right?
Did he try and change that
he
story?
would have, but I wasn't listening.
Fair enough.
He's a scumbag. I'm sorry, that's what the man is.
Well, when you control every branch of everything
Yeah, you
and
got your fingers in every piece.
makes
It's pretty disgusting. You know, we're not even talking about what they did to the people at the refuge. You know, when all this was going down, Monday night, Tuesday night, when all this went down Tuesday night, the FBI called many of us. Hey, we're issuing arrest warrants. We're issuing arrest warrants. They're legal. They're binding. Please don't interfere. We want to let you know that this is not an attack on the refuge, and everybody up there is still free to go.
Mhm.
So we have people that are free to go. The arrest warrants, you know, they're not related to the refuge, or they said that they were related to the refuge. I said, well, how's that not an attack on the refuge? You're basically, you know, off doing it somewhere else. I said, that's an attack on the refuge. No, we're just letting you know it's not an attack. It's not an attack. So as the nights proceed, we got people out of the refuge. You know, people left. We got about 10 left 2 days ago. Well, Jason Patrick, one of the people that was up there, he was told, "You're free to go. You're free to go." They made him walk from the
7
refuge,
miles, right?
7 miles, all the way out. Yep, you're free to go. They're communicating with him. They're communicating with us. We arranged to go pick him up at the checkpoint. Oh, yeah, he's free to go. Come on and get him. Come pick him up. Second he hit that checkpoint, they rolled 3 Bearcats into there, scooped him up, and rolled 3 Bearcats out with them in the truck. And as they came through the media, they get on their bullhorn. You people, this is not a circus show. This is not where you need to be. You need to move your vehicles or we'll ram you. This is what's coming from our government.
Really? I haven't heard that one.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm fed up.
Yeah.
They need to leave.
How much support are you? I mean, I can see some support. How much support do you think there is with the locals?
There's a lot more support than what the person realizes.
BJ,
Now maybe
does he need to go watch our girls play
maybe those
basketball
people
tonight?
Is that tonight?
Yes, it's 6.
you know,
Oh, I'll
not
be there.
Tell him
showing
about
up
it.
for things like
They're
this.
good.
But
They're damn
trust me,
good.
Oh,
I've
look at that
phoned.
grin. If he's
There's been times
My
I've
daughter
been
They're
is.
on
better
the
than the
phone.
boys.
Well, I know that there's voices on both sides. I understand that. I understand that there was almost an altercation in Safeway the other night when they heard about what happened because some of them were cheering.
Yeah.
So is this community going to be able to get together anytime soon, or are they going to stay divided, do you think?
It's up to this man right here.
Is it really?
So,
He's done a
where's the
lot
cameras
to
at?
bring
Where's all the
people
cameras at?
together.
Because everybody's getting pictures of this going on here. There's not an armed person here, but look at this. You got a guy standing guard with an M4. M4. Who's the threat here? Who's the threat? Let's get that picture.
Yep.
Let's get that on camera. Let's get that on the news. Let's get the real story on the news.
And look up there in the windows.
It's got to be noisy. Got to be noisy. What got it? You know.
Did you know they had a forensic team out there again yesterday?
Oh, really? Probably because they heard they missed you.
They had another forensic team out there yesterday.
Yeah, that would be my
Cover
guess.
stuff up.
Oh, did they go bury the blood?
No, but it was from Pat. So that's the thing, you're gonna be but it was the blood was covered.
It was gone. They covered it up, or it was still
It was there when we got there, but it wasn't there when we left. Does that make sense? Had to make myself.
What do you think it's going to take for this community to heal? Because they're still divided.
Oh,
I don't want to speak for that. The community needs to speak to that.
Okay.
You know, that's what I say.
Well, he
Ask
told me.
these guys. Yeah.
He told me to speak to you.
You asked me that.
I said you're the one.
You know, it's going to take. Obviously, this needs to be resolved. That's where the healing starts. But this is the start right here. Getting their community elected leaders that are failing them out of here and people in place to move forward. They got to move forward with this. But you can't move forward with what's going on here. They need to be gone. Simple. Plain and simple. They need to be gone. All of it. What's that? Everybody, everything. But what I'd like to see added to the protest is let's get a rolling blockade going on. Let's get all the ranchers with their trucks and trailers roll into this town at 1 mile per hour in all directions. Just,
I got out.
that's peaceful protest. It just plug the streets off.
Did you get the shot of the guy with the long rifle? Hawk? Did you see the guy with the long rifle in front of the blockade over there? Man. Yeah. Yeah.
Live stream, Mike. But yeah, I mean, it was hard for me to watch. I mean, we both knew Lavoy, but you know that sometimes these things have to be watched. Now, I mean, I've gone over every second of the unedited video looking for anomalies, and there, all I'm seeing is a man just being shot in the back. So we got about 100 live stream viewers, and that's climbing pretty fast, and we're up to 24,000 listeners on the Hawk's Nest. So everybody's out there to protest, and so this is how we're going to get people out there is let them see what's going on.
Well, we are doing our best.
Oh, you're doing great.
Sir? Sir?
What?
I'm just you're live on the air.
Oh, am I? That's
Yeah.
a shame.
Are you here supporting the protesters?
Oh, yes.
I noticed.
I'm a native here.
I noticed your hat, CAT.
Yeah.
Does it stand for anything special?
No? Caterpillar.
Oh,
It
I
was
thought maybe Citizens Against Tyranny.
No, I've been here since 1970. This time I got about 45 years, and I was here when I was a kid growing up.
Uh-huh.
No, I have no use for the federal cops in here. They should all go home where they belong. Take all. And if our sheriff had any fortitude, he would send them home. But I have no use for this. This is.
Well,
this
maybe
is,
days like today will help move them along.
Well, I could help them, but they won't let me. I got in trouble already. That's enough.
Got it. Thank you, sir. I
Oh, you
appreciate
betcha.
you stopping for us.
I like that.
Yeah, that was good. Which one? Any,
What do you think about them?
we are live. We have got well over 24,000 viewers right now. Would you And that was without notice to them. They are hungry for word from everybody in this town. Would you like to say anything?
Free the Hammonds.
Stop the federal government. Stand for your constitutional rights. I think it's anarchy, but I say social injustice for the Burns, the city of Burns, for the sheriff, and well, not really for the sheriff, for the old sheriff, and for Brian Needham, and for I'm speaking for my children, my grandchildren that are coming up, because I see the jail situation, the corrupt court system, how it's going, and that's what I'm standing for. I'm not too much interested in the artifact.
Okay. Are you part of the tribe? The Paiute tribe?
Well, I am part of the tribe, but I'm the Valley Paiute Shoshone. I am a member of in Burns, and my father, I'm a descendant of Chief Peter Diggimg, the last chief of the Burns Paiute tribe in the 1860s.
Very good. I was looking at your sign.
Well, somebody gave it to me to hold, and I am.
And you're happy to do it?
Huh?
You're happy to do it?
I don't mind it because I spoke with Steve Nebraska about 2 years ago about the beatings of the Native American and the poor people that go to the jail, and what else the police do, and he said that he would take care of them. They only did it for a while, then they quit, and they beat Native American prisoners when they go into jail, and they drag women by their hair back to the cells, and they leave them naked in their cells. And Grasky has not done nothing about it, and sometimes it's so cold in there in the winter, and there is no ventilation, and they can't even. The only time they're allowed to go outside is when they go to court, and when they get a breath of fresh air.
Oh,
That's why I'm standing for the social injustice, and I'm glad the Bundys brought this to air, because, you know, we are on national TV, and something needs to be done here. All this corruption in the judicial system here.
yes.
And I don't speak for all the Native Americans, but I know there's a lot of Native Americans that they don't speak out, but I speak out. That's what I.
Well, it starts with one voice.
Yes, and I told Grasky before to knock it off, and he doesn't listen.
Well, maybe your one voice will grow.
Yes, I hope so.
Yes.
Amen.
That's what we're trying for.
Yeah. And where you from?
I'm out of North Idaho.
Oh.
And just north. Yes, yes. The Revolution Radio is based out of Kentucky, but it goes nationwide. And we have had, hundreds of thousands of listeners and viewers who have been hungry for news from here, because they have felt so bad for everybody here, and they want to know what's going on. And, they don't want it to happen in every small town, which is what it sounds like, So, if we can do something here, then they can be emboldened to do something there.
Yeah, I think the sheriffs ought to be indicted for, I don't know what they call it, and they beat up the prisoners and do stuff to them, because, that's not right.
They sell drugs. They'll take the drugs from the cars passing through and then turn around and sell them back to the public in town.
You have anything on that we can?
I know a lot of things.
You and I need to sit down, don't we? Over a cup of coffee.
Yes, we do, and I'll tell you all you want to know.
If you have a piece of paper, I'm going to give you my phone number.
I don't even have my phone on.
I will get one before.
Yes, please do.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I don't have my new cards are in for a week. It's really easy to. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to let Dan walk around with you. It's keep it like this. That's what they.
Would that be seen on camera?
Got it.
Okay.
My goodness, we're getting ready to say. You know this guy here?
Apple berry. I'm looking forward to
Me
it.
too.
Transition.
I'm going to just.
Oh yes, go talk to the DJ Stopper over there with the guy with the red hat that's talking to that other gentleman. He's a good gentleman to talk to. The one with the camouflage hat on.
I have and I will again. I'm trying to get some people in between.
And where are you guys from again?
What does mongarine mean?
What is what?
Mongarine mean?
Where?
Right there. See grass? Mongarine.
Yeah, that's where we do most of
On
our
your sign.
rodeo stuff tonight. I've been here since the very first.
Fear mongering. That means he's stirring fear. He's creating the fear.
Oh, why?
It cements somebody's health.
Oh,
And keep people afraid of change and afraid of standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I always stand up for myself. I speak out.
There's a
And
lot
you know,
of
I'm
people
not
who
from
are.
this tribe. I speak out.
Right out there, open to the public.
Actually, my dad's a bit.
A lot of people are afraid to do that. They need help. They need a leader to show them how to do it. And once they find their voice, they're good.
Are you planning on staying here very much longer?
No.
Huh?
I'll just take this. I'll reuse that time.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want it.
No, I don't want
Thank you.
Hi. How are you?
Real good. What the hell you got there?
I have got, believe it or not, you are live.
Live.
You are live on Revolution Radio.
I know I am.
You're live on Revolution Radio. Dan, would you do me a favor and hold it up a little bit because you're taller than I am?
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
so short.
You bet.
We have got, several thousand, tens of thousands
Howdy,
of people.
folks.
There you go. Can you introduce yourself and tell us why you're here today?
Oh, I'm Tom Davis. I'm against this here. I'm against the government buildup. Against government overthrow, government takeover. You walk down our street, you'll be met by cops. I'm against these people up there staring down, lazy people that never stood up for our rights and our Constitution. Instead, they let an innocent man get killed. They call them a hostile element. Only hostility I see is right there. You can't walk over there without them coming out to meet with M16 loaded. I'm against the buildup of our people and the oppression. They've got M16s, they've got snipers. They brought in 24 snipers I counted yesterday. They brought in Black Hawk helicopters. Boise, Idaho Gownfields built up for a revolution. They got built up in Redmond. Why is all this military for Harney County? What are we? We got a population of 7,000 people. We're not destroying the Bundys. We're not destroying the country. They weren't ripping down our town or nothing. I'm for the freedom of the people. And these guys are for the oppression of the people. I believe in the Constitution. These guys believe in what? What do they believe in? They believe in overthrow. They believe in the government. They believe in Obama. Obama wants to take our constitutional rights away. I have one word for Obama. Kiss my ass. You guys put me in the dirt. I will stand for liberty. I'll stand for freedom against all oppression of anybody. My grandchildren will grow up free men. Period. That's it. Is that?
You are awesome.
No.
That clip's going to go out all over the place. We're going to get it viral for you.
You guys stand up for your freedom. Their government is against the people. You don't believe me? Look over there. Government is against the people. Government's not for us. They're talking about election. Let's find a free man. Let's find a man of Constitution. Not Lars Larson, not these talk show people that run their damn mouth. They say they're for the Constitution. I've called everyone. I contacted Ted Cruz. I contacted Donald Trump. Contacted everybody. Hillary Clinton is running this country. There is some shit going on in this country, in this county. Canadian one is interested in our county. Why would a multi-million uranium outfit from Russia be worried about our country, Harney County? Why are they? Tell you what, Hillary Clinton sold 25% of our uranium to the Russians through Canadian one. There's a big deposit of uranium in there. They found a geological report.
There's big uranium in Mulhern County. Why do you think these monuments? They're not for the people. They're for the government. They're for the big corporations. Freedom's got to exist, and the only way we're going to do it is to take care of it. Come together, like be one.
You got a question?
My friend here's got a question for you. Yeah, he can talk to you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people say that both the sheriff and the judge are appointed and not elected. Is that true?
The sheriff was appointed after Clara retired, and then the sheriff was appointed. The sheriff's was not voted in by the people. Judge Grassley was voted in by the people, but he's corrupt. He stole land from me. He tore down my fences. He is a very corrupt man. There is so much shit that they're hiding. And you think they're hiding like rats in that building. I can't even enter my courthouse. This is our country. We're free men. Hey, no, we're not. This country has been taken over by martial law, by President Obama, Jan Brown, whatever you want to call her, the governor that was appointed. Now they've taken over our country. They killed innocent man, brutally assassinated him. The worst part about it, people, we have put aid to a fucking enemy, excuse my language, to an enemy on a combat field. They would not even assist him when he was still moving as he was dying. They would not assist him. They would not bring medical. There was no ambulance up there. The ambulance was 12 minutes before it got there. Is that America? Do we shoot people like a dog and leave them lay there? Or do we stand up for our rights? So it's time for you guys to all stand up for your rights and tell American government kiss off and take it back over. We are the people and not of the government. We're not the people to serve the government. We got to be above the government. Governments are servants. They're not rich, spoiled Democrats, Republicans that sit on their fat ass and do not damn thing. So stand up, people. Let's get this shit over with. The FBI, they're watching us. They're taking our pictures. There's talk of people harassing us down the road with all this military buildup that's happening. What's going to happen from there? Are they going to come up after us because we spoke out and we spoke out against them? Are they going to come at us, kill us, harass us, take our property? Are they going to kill our kids? We are here for the safety of our children, the safety of yours. You might say, well, it doesn't involve me. This involves anybody that owns private property. It involves anybody that believes in the Constitution. They will come your way, guarantee you. When? That's when you'll find out. You'll be like the thief in the night. You got to be ready. So stand up for your rights. That's what we're here for. We're stand up for our rights as American citizens. Oh, wait.
That's for Hawk on the radio there, and for me too.
Yeah, but we got to stand together, guys, people. You got to stand with your brothers, your sisters, black, white, red. Don't matter. We're all one. We're not Negro, African American. We're not anything. We're United States. We're together. So do you stand together or you stand apart? Your choice. Freedom, freedom, free men. I will die a free man. Give me the liberty or justice or give me liberty. I will die. Stand on this ground. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
you bet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hawk.
Hey, no problem.
Hawk is the one in the radio.
That's one I
there.
keep hearing.
Yes.
That I was going to talk.
All right, and I also wanted to let everybody know on the live stream, I have the HD footage that is a lot better quality than what you're seeing on anywhere on YouTube. You can download it at freedomslips.com/drone footage.
We are going to get this stuff going out for you, and we're gonna get it to everybody.
On it, we posted an interview I did on the internet. I can go to Tom Davis at Facebook.com, and it's THOM Tom. But there's an interview I did, and it says it all. We got blood on our soil now. We've got American blood on our soil. How many Americans are going to be killed to stand up for the Constitution? Levi Vaughn was a great man. If you ever met a great man, you've known a great man. I shook 3 men's hands in my life that were great men from Ronald Reagan when we was in the Air Force. I come out of a foreign country. To be free. I joined the greatest military in the world. And I find out by Barack Obama and his kindness that we have become weaklings. I am ashamed of the U.S. military. The generals, why in the hell ain't you standing up for the American people? You standing for the one nation. You took an oath for our Constitution. You never took an oath to honor some man that is corrupt, not even American. That you took an oath to defend America. So stand up and defend America. Call upon the people. Stand up. Stop being chickens. You're like little old women wringing your hands and not doing a damn thing. You're saying, "Oh, this Harney County don't matter." It's Harney County does matter because the government is here with this military village for one reason: to show the people that you step out of line, we will oppress you. We will kill you. And that is their point. You stand for your point and you stand for the people. Call it yourself. Your call. Don't give me. I didn't.
No, you know, this is your chance to say anything you want to say, and you're doing it beautifully. You are. This is important stuff.
It is. It is real important, and these people just don't understand how important. You know, somebody put on Facebook yesterday. I was coming back from a meeting in Ontario where I talked to people. And, somebody put on. Yesterday morning Yesterday morning I had 10 phone calls. Watch my back. I've got a target on my back, so watch yourself because I've been speaking out against the government, against these people. I go, why? They're not armed. They don't pack a weapon, except for my tongue. Nah. Why are they putting a target on me? But they said, just watch yourself, Tom. Somebody put on Facebook that my house was surrounded by BLM and government, and they were controlling me in my house bound, whatever they want to call it. A friend of mine from New Mexico that was here with the Bundys that I met called me scared to death because they couldn't get a hold of me because my phone was off. I was in the meeting. They had armed response going to come up and get me out of the country. And I said, why? Why have we got to be afraid of our government? Now, what have we done except spoke out? And that's where we're at now, people. And I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. But why do I have to be afraid? Watch my back. Why do I have to worry about coming up and seeing the cops? There was a wreck out here. There's 5 cop cars when I was coming off the canyon. And I scared shitless. You know, I'm a big man, but you can't. Look at right there. You cannot. He's got a 20-round clip. He's got an M machine gun, 16 that can kill you. Five rounds a second that can kill you. He's trained to kill. There's better guys in that building. There's guys with weapons that is beyond belief. I was watching them pack it in when I was doing the Fox News interview yesterday. 28 weapons went in. Why would you bring 28 snipers into this country for? Except for one thing: to kill. Snipers are instruments of death, and they come here. Why is Jan Brown send them here? Tell me, please. Somebody tell me.
Well, you are certainly not nobody. You are we the people.
We the people has got to be. We're United States of America.
Yes.
Excuse me, we're not. We're not United States of America no more. Kiss that one goodbye. We are United Socialist Republic of America. This is socialism. This is Bernie Sanders. That's Bernie Sanders. This is Hillary Clinton. This is the socialism. This is what you kids think is so great. This is Bill Ayers. Bill Ayers teaching in the colleges and universities that killed cops, blew up cop shops. And the police and the socialists, he goes to the White House and talks to our president. That's what we got, people. We got socialism. We are no longer United States of America. We're United Socialist Republic of America.
And it shows right here in Harney County.
Hey, block our street. I couldn't even go out and feed my horses. I had a horse that was dying. And 31 years old, the horse that was dying. He was old. He lived a good life, but he was dying slow. I couldn't even shoot him because the barricade's down here. And the sheriff was talking to me the next morning and said, if you'd have shot him, we'd have killed you.
What?
But to protect my horse, let him die with dignity instead of dying slowly and suffering. They'd have thrown me in jail or killed me. That's what we're facing. That's a tyranny, buds. Wake up, America. Wake the hell up. If you want your kids free, you better stand up. You better stand up. Whatever race you are, you better stand up. You better unite. Nah.
Will you be out here this weekend?
They're
trying to get a drive-through protest through the
whatever.
town.
If people send me a message, if you send me a message, we'll, I'm going to be here. I'm here
And they're
for the
going to do
county.
another one on Monday.
Yeah, I'm here for the county. And I'm going to leave on Wednesday. I'm going to the funeral in the Moab. I'm going to go and pay my respect to a great man. Like I said, I shook hands with 3 great men: Ronald Reagan, John Wayne, of course. Hell, with John Wayne. Make that 4. LeVay and Hammond. And those are good men. People said they were armed. Armed. We were assaulted by occupiers, armed occupiers. Look over there, bud. There's cops there. You walk down that road, they come up and meet you. Right there. Watch it. He's got his weapon loaded, ready to kill. And that is an occupation.
Yep.
That is an occupation. We're rolling out of that. Feds. The feds are rolling out.
And we're going to watch
You guys
this
go.
one. Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Thank you very much. How about over here by these guys here? Oh, I'm not. No, I was planning on walking down here to the edge and getting pictures of what everybody's doing down here. The protest moved a little bit. Oh, it's a little slick over here. There he is.
People of Harney County, got the request for freedom. Recall. Sheriff Ward, process of law and the redress of grievance, Sheriff Ward. People have grievances, Sheriff Ward. Grievances, it's lights on your head because you didn't do the process of law, Sheriff Ward. Fox Canyon ambush. Fox Canyon ambush. Fox Canyon ambush.
Okay, well, we'll walk back over here.
It's not terrible, but I'm sure they got a jammer up there at that barricade. So
Let's walk across the street and see if that makes it easier.
okay. It just seemed like the closer you were getting to that barricade, the worse the picture got.
Oh, I understand. Getting a good shot of this.
What is this, Afghanistan? I mean, it's like looking at a military base as you driving up to a military base in Afghanistan. What the hell? Are they letting anybody come up near that barricade?
Nope.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't want you going up there. I was just wondering what kind of defensive posture they're in at this point. Is that federal?
That's Nevada plates.
Probably federal.
I think these guys brought the snow. We're starting to get some. I might guarantee it.
I guess groove on back up to the protest at this point. Your picture's getting really weird again.
Could have something to do with snow.
Yeah, that's true.
I need 5 minutes. I gotta warm my hands. All right.
Hang on, folks. Hang in there while they're at a brief pause. I'm running down and getting the mail myself, so just hang in there. I do believe they're going to be back up here shortly, so.
have the video running right now. I just wanted to talk to you. Are we live? Oh. Well. Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted to take a moment to clarify. I'm actually speaking to Scott. Pete's head mod, I think, is the title. He is his head moderator, and I just wanted to update everybody. We are not banned there, and I didn't think we were. So I just wanted to make that clear. We don't bash Pete. Honestly, me and Jen, we like Pete. He's a good guy. So I know he rubs some people the wrong way, but we're not here to put down anybody. We're not here to berate anybody or anything like that, and we won't do that. I just want to make that clear. Usually as long as you follow those guidelines throughout life, life is a little easier, or at least we hope it to be. But anyway, I just wanted to update since that misinformation was going around. I wanted to update on that. So I spoke with him in private, and there is no issue. So I just wanted to clarify that with him. So hang on, guys. I have to go run downstairs. I still haven't done that yet, and get the mail, and I'll be right back up and go from there.
All right, folks. The protest for now is breaking up. All right, Sherry, catch us up. We're getting ready to go up there. I guess the protest is breaking up for now.
Yeah, we're down to just a couple of people.
Okay.
It's cold out here. The wind chill is just biting our hands and such.
Right. All right. And what do we got in store for tomorrow?
Well, I'm hoping to get a couple of locals on air live. They're also planning a drive around protest.
Okay.
They want to get a bunch of people together in their vehicles and do pretty much a parade all through town and back.
Okay.
We're going to try and get that. There is another protest planned for Monday.
Okay.
They've got a call to action trying to get people from around the country. 6 hours. They're hoping to make it 6 hours on Monday.
Okay. Well, everything we can get is good, and we have a little more funding coming in to keep you out there. I think we got enough to keep you there till Tuesday, assuming that the flow keeps going. Don't forget, you can slip over to freedomslips.com if you want to make donations to help keep her out there. There's hotel, there's gas, there's data plans, there's all this kind of stuff, and how Sherry came from middle Idaho, I think, to cover this, and we're the only ones there, from what I can see, actually doing anything raw, unedited live streaming. So
we came from North Idaho, next to the Canadian border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we are happy to do it. We are very happy to do it. Make sure everybody please check out freedomslips.com, Revolution Radio, and readoutnews.com. We're partnering.
And that's REDOUBT news.com.
Yes, REDOUBT news.com.
All right, and Sherry's doing all the print stuff, and we do all the audio video partnered up here, and hopefully we can bring you some more news soon. If anything pops tonight, let me know, Sherry, and we'll get you on air immediately.
Absolutely, we're going to be poking around, seeing what we can stir up.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye. All right, folks, that'll be the end of it for now. Sherry just got there today, and we're still getting situated. It's a little bit tense around the town and a little uncomfortable, and we definitely don't want anybody getting hurt. So we're poking around bit by bit. I'm going to let the buffer clear for 60 seconds, and then we'll be shutting this down for now. And then we'll be back as soon as we have something else, and we'll definitely be back tomorrow with interviews and with locals and all kinds of stuff. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Talk to you later. This is Nighthawk, Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com.
All right, gonna do a recording here. All right, so guys, this is day 3 or 4 or something that us guys and girl have been out here. So we basically talked with the FBI. The FBI, they want to know what are we want and blah blah blah. And there's a lot of questions and concerns. A lot of people think this is some kind of staged event.
You know, there's that talent release form that I signed. That's actually a paper that you sign when a reporter. There's certain reporters, documentary people that they come in, they videotape everything, they take microphone, audio, but you have to sign a release form on our end. Like all the guys that they're recording, all the people that he's recording, we have to sign a release form saying that we agree that he releases this audio and video to the public and that we gave him consent to record us. That's what the talent release form is. It's not us being actors or anything like that. This is real, folks. This is real as it gets. So basically, I just want to make that clear. And so we spoke with the FBI today. They wanted to see what we're doing, why we're here, what our wants and desires are. And I wanted to see how flexible the FBI was. Could they make it possible that all of us get out of here with charges on us? And obviously that's not going to happen. They keep saying that they can't drop the charges. They didn't make the charges. They can't speak with the people who made the charges. So that's not possible. That demand, they keep saying it's not possible. So we wanted to see if they could drop the charges and us all leave here. But, they're saying that's not possible. And the truth of the matter is right now they're just collecting all the high threat, all the people that were considered high threats. They're going to put them behind bars. And then when they conclude the investigation, when they start the investigation, that's when they're going to start tagging all the other people they said were free to leave without any current warrants on for their arrest. Later, after they do the investigation, the warrants are going to be flying out left and right. And so they just want to separate us and get us all home so they can pick us off one by one at our houses without being stuck together as groups with the guns. That's what they don't want. They want us to be separated, and we know that. And so today they called in, and we made a couple more, obviously we can't get out of here scot-free. That's not going to happen. So, one interesting thing is a pardon. There's a guy named Mark Rich. He was one of the most wanted Americans. He was America's most wanted. He committed a serious crime. He frauded the American people. He stole billions and billions of dollars. Alrighty, I'm back again. My phone died at 75% battery somehow. I turned off all internet connections, so maybe they can't turn my phone off while I'm doing some recordings or whatnot. But here's breakfast for this morning. And let me continue my story about Mark Rich. Mark Rich, like I said, he stole billions of dollars. He was on America's most wanted list. He was like the top wanted. He had 200, 300 years pending jail time, and he heard of his indictment coming, and he fled to Switzerland. And he stayed there for many years. And then just as Bill Clinton left presidency in 2000 or 2001, I forget. I think it was 2000. But anyways, yeah, 2000. He pardoned him. He pardoned Mark Rich after he received hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s in his Clinton Foundation and whatnot from Mark Rich's ex-wife. So they received money and they pardoned Mark Rich. He never spent a day in jail, and he was most wanted guy. So the cops, the FBI keep saying that people can't be pardoned unless they're convicted. And you know what? This guy, he was never convicted. He never set foot in a stage trial. Yet Bill Clinton pardoned him and let him go scot-free. And these are real criminals. This guy is an economic terrorist. He screwed the American people over by billions of dollars, ruined the economy, I'm sure, at certain levels. And he gets away scot-free just because he's got connections with the Clintons. And how is Hillary Clinton still running for presidency? She's committed a felony. She's committed crimes, and they're still letting her run for presidency. And I was telling the FBI guy, when are you guys going to finally put her in jail? She should be out of a president race right now. She should be behind bars. But you know what? They're going to let this investigation on Hillary go on until what? Until she makes presidency and then pardons herself or something, So that's a question of that's a wonder there. What's holding them up from putting this woman behind bars who they have, without a doubt, evidence that she's already committed crimes? Why do they have to wait 5-10 years after the investigation's over to put her in jail? By then, she's already done what she had a need to do. So you think about that, American people. You really think about that. I've been asking, why can't they pardon all of us? I think before we leave, every single one of the people involved in this operation should be pardoned. We're here fighting for freedom. We're here fighting for the Constitution. We're here trying to put people like Hillary behind bars. Get people like Hammond, who are charged as terrorists, get them out of bars. They don't deserve to be in there. They weren't terrorists. Yet our country and our government is just going so radical, so out of hand, attacking the people that that are fighting against the corruption. That's insane. That's absurd. So that's our current demands. Everybody's got to be pardoned. We all got to go free. We all get to go home. Other than that, don't know what's going to happen next, but I'll try to keep you all updated, everybody, and I'm out.
Alrighty, I'm back, but a bit out of breath, so bear with me for a moment. Whew. Catching up on stuff. And I will clarify for the earlier what I was talking about. And I'm not a drama queen. I'm not one for drama. But I do want to set the record straight. Apparently, there was somebody under the name of Watchman of some sort. It wasn't us. That was being. He described it as nasty. I do believe me and Scott had a wonderful conversation. And anyway, he had said they were being extremely nasty. And so there was a Watchman band from Peach Chat, but it was not us. So, Revolution, brother, what's up? Are you guys going back up, or? Because before we slipped to your feed, we were watching Chris Ann Hall. Okay, I have to do that. On the last video I played, Mr. Green, what was the last video, sir? I'm not sure. I just played, it was actually a restream of Revolution Radio here. And to tell you the truth, I was having a conversation with Scott, and I went down and get the mail and whatnot, so I really don't know what all transpired. I'll be more than happy to answer your question if I can. So, if you don't mind, clarify for me what you're talking about. What was just on was live from Redoubt News out there representing Revolution Radio. From DYB page. What is the DYB page?
Defend your base.
Oh, okay, sorry. I couldn't follow the breadcrumbs. Comments on that. I actually had aired that earlier, and it was I don't know exactly what part you want me to speak on. He spent a lot of time talking about the talent agreements. yeah, sorry about that. He talked a lot about the talent agreement, and this is all I can say. And I'm coming from a news perspective. I do know that there was an embedded team shooting a documentary Pete Santilli pointed that out on numerous of his videos, that there was a film crew there doing a documentary. And I will say, the gentleman that I saw in one of the clips from Defend Your Base, the gentleman I saw, he had a camera, a really nice camera in his hand. He was the same gentleman that was asking for signatures, and I do believe that was one of the gentlemen that I saw from Vice. Vice is who was shooting the documentary, and I do believe that is one of the gentlemen that I saw with Vice. So I'm just trying to be informative with that, lay the facts out. I myself suspected, HBO Vice, yep. I myself suspected, a crisis actor, conspiracy or whatnot, with that. So, but I don't think so. I think that's been dispelled, to be honest. I still have questions, though, about why they went on and on and on about religion in a kind of a crazy manner. Just some of the comments that were made and stuff like that. I don't understand why they were the way they were, or said the way they were. So, but yeah, about the other stuff, though, I can't remember what all he said. So I know Revolution had played that as well. So, okay, Timothy, thank you. Yeah, so Timothy confirmed that was the guy with Vice. So you could go to Pete's archives and look, and you'll see. In fact, I think I restreamed one of those where he was there. Oh, no problem, Wayne. Again, like I explained to you guys, I want to get down to the truth. I think there's enough truth here to speak for everything, and I'd love to see what's going on still there. I didn't catch the end or anything there of what's going on in Burns with the protest. So, Mr. Green, I think they're involved in this. I really do. I have no doubt. Let me put it that way. I have no doubt that the Clintons are involved in this. Simply what I know from the hang on, I gotta get that. I'm like dressed like, and I don't know why I dress like this, but I dressed up in layers just to go get the mail, and it's a nice day. Hang on. Okay, had to take my sweatshirt off. Jen's over there laughing. I think there's enough here. I think I've been saying it before. I think the only reason why they even arrested Pete or Ammon or Ryan or Shauna, and I know I'm forgetting names. I think the only reason why they were even arrested wasn't to really charge them so much with a crime. It was to get them out of the way long enough for them to clear the refuge, and they were playing legal games. But I think there's enough evidence, and I think there's enough people that are watching. I think things are going to get set right. So at least that's my hope. I just want truth. I just want our country back. That's all I want. Yeah, it will be really neat, Timothy, to see that documentary. I hope it all goes through, and I hope they, get enough to be able to do it. Not quite yet. I need to get some dinner made so me and Jen can eat. That doesn't mean you guys are going to be in silence. I don't know how long or if Revolution's coming back up. However, we started a Chris Ann Hall radio broadcast earlier, and I would like to go ahead and continue that because I really am interested in what she has to say. So, let me go ahead and bring that up. I will. I've got this screen open for Revolution Radio, so if he comes back live, I will break in immediately with that, as I always try to do anyway. Let me check my check-in spot and see if anything breaking has came out. I see some stuff from Shuff, but it's recovering. It's going over what Revolution did. I'll have to check that other one out by Shuff when I get a chance. I'm just looking. I just want to make sure. Yeah, there's nothing new. So let me go ahead and continue with Chris Ann's show. I really am interested in what she has to say, and then we will go on from there. So I got it up already, and I'll be back shortly. I just need to throw some hamburger on.
How to connect the dots and take the testimonies and fill in the blanks. The video is too far away to see anything conclusive. And I want to talk to you later about what I believe really happened that day. But first I want to give some wisdom. Patrick Henry said in his speech, "Give me liberty or give me death." This is March 5th, 1775. "I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided, and that is the lamp of experience. I know no way of judging the future, but by the past. And judging by the past, I wish to know what there has been in the conduct of the British ministry for the last 10 years to justify those hopes with which gentlemen have been pleased to solace themselves. And the House? Is it that insidious smile with which our petition has been lately received? Trust it not, sir, it will prove a snare to your feet. Suffer not yourselves to be betrayed." With a kiss. Ask yourselves how this gracious reception of our petition comports with these warlike preparations which cover our waters and darken our land, our fleets and armies necessary to a work of love and reconciliation. Have we shown ourselves so unwilling to be reconciled that force must be called in to win back our love? Let us not deceive ourselves, sir. These are the implements of war and subjugation, the last arguments to which kings resort. I ask gentlemen, sir, what means this martial array, if its purpose be not to force us to submission? Can gentlemen assign any other possible motive? You see, I think the conclusions of the video are beside the point. They let these people move around the town unimpeded, on and off the refuge for weeks. If the FBI wanted a peaceful end, they could have blocked it off and waited them out. They didn't have to let supplies come in. They didn't have to let people go out. They could have blocked it off. My goodness, that's what they did in the end, didn't they? They blocked off 60 stinking miles of road. They could have blocked off all access to the refuge and literally starved them out. They did not want peace. They wanted to send a message. And I ask, what is it that makes you think that our government was looking for peaceful resolution at all? You saw the videos on YouTube of the people from the refuge going to the FBI actually walking up to them, wanting peaceful resolution, opening a dialogue. So where was the peaceful resolution? And how was their petition received? And how was their reaching out for peaceful dialogue? How does that match up with the warlike preparations that we saw from the government? Did they show themselves so unwilling to be reconciled that the federal government thought force must be called in to win back their love? Were these the mechanisms of love? Or were these the implementations of war and subjugation? They were not looking for peace. They were looking for an example to force the people into submission.
Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Now, these are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves after watching that video and the events over the last few weeks. Ask ourselves, have we shown ourselves so unwilling to be reconciled that force must be called in to win back our love? The reactions of the federal government, were those the reactions of a government with a love and fiduciary responsibility for the people it represents? Is this how you respond to someone that you love? What was the purpose of the entire display by the federal government from the very beginning? From the barricades around the courthouse to the FBI marching around the town like they were engaging in a terrorist thwart. Ask yourselves, is this display necessary to a work of love and reconciliation? Are these what is necessary to reconcile people? Or is this how a government through the ages proves to the people it will not be defied? See, I believe we now have a federal government that cannot tolerate defiance to their dictates. And they're trying to prove to us that they will do whatever it takes to maintain their unconstitutional power. You see, here's the point they're trying to make. We don't care whether you think we have authority to be on that land or not. We don't care. And we are now going to maintain that authority, legal or not, with force. They are unlawfully occupying our land. And they sent a clear message. If you defy us, we will declare war on you. Their so-called loss of revenue is more important than human life. That's what they're telling you. I mean, we should have learned that from Nevada. We have Bureau of Land Management fee collectors looking like they're marching down the streets of Baghdad, slaughtering cattle. Oh, really? I thought we had a crisis and a hunger crisis in America. I thought we were we were animal rights activists in America. No, we're not either. We are government force lovers of America. We are government power lovers in America. And you see, there was no need for that. There was no purpose for that, other than to evoke fear in the hearts of the people to get them to bow in submission. Their so-called loss of revenue is more important than any life. And the pretense of them losing money, I hardly can say this out loud. The pretense of them losing money over a building in the middle of nowhere that serves no purpose whatsoever is enough to start a gun battle. What was lost? What was at risk? Let's look at this. What exactly was lost by the federal government? What was at risk that they had to ambush these people and set about to execute them? I don't know how anybody can look at that video and see any other thing. You can argue about whether Lavoie was reaching for a gun or not, but the bottom line is this. They had all sides of that road loaded up with people who were armed, hidden in trees. And once Lavoie was down, they opened fire on that vehicle. There were no shots fired from that vehicle. There was no threat from that vehicle. They opened fire on that vehicle in an attempt to murder everybody inside over a piece of property that had no value.
The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Here's the other question we should ask. What sort of training teaches law enforcement to fire indiscriminately into a crashed vehicle that has its doors pinned shut by snow? I'm asking you the questions that Patrick Henry is screaming through the ages. I ask you, what means this martial array if its purpose be not to force us into submission? Can gentlemen assign any other possible motive for us? They did not release that video to clear their names. That video clears nothing. That video creates more questions than it does clear anything. That video was a martial array. That video was a message to the people. We will protect what is unlawfully ours at all costs, and we have no respect for life, liberty, or property. And what sort of training teaches law enforcement to fire indiscriminately into a crashed vehicle that has its doors pinned shut by the snow? Did they think the truck was going to grow teeth and eat them? So they had to put it down? You see, can you assign any other meaning? Patrick Henry says, no, sir. There is none. Their displays are meant for us. They can be meant for no other. They are sent over to bind and rivet upon us those chains which they have been forging for so long. You know, these things, again, have their advantages, and we have the opportunity to learn from them. Thomas Paine wrote a series of documents called The American Crisis. And on December 23rd, 1776, his first installation of The American Crisis, he says this. He says that crises actually have a benefit. And I want to read to you these exact words, and I want you to think about these things. Think about this lamp that is being shown in front of us. We don't have to wonder what to do. He says, "'Tis surprising to see how rapidly a panic will sometimes run through a country. All nations and ages have been subject to them. Britain has trembled like an ague at the report of a French fleet of flat-bottomed boats, and in the 14th or 15th century, the whole English army, after ravaging the kingdom of France, was driven back like men petrified with fear, and this brave exploit was performed by a few broken forces collected and headed by a woman, Joan of Arc. Would that heaven might inspire some Jersey maid to spirit up her countrymen, and save her fair fellow sufferers from the ravage and ravishment. Yet panics, in some cases, have their uses. They produce as much good as hurt. Their duration is always short, the mind soon grows through them, and acquires a firmer habit than before. But their peculiar advantage is this, that they are the touchstones of sincerity and hypocrisy, and bring things and men to light which might otherwise have lain forever undiscovered. In fact, they have the same effect on secret traitors, which an imaginary apparition would have upon a private murderer. They sift out the hidden thoughts of man and hold them up in public to the world. Many a disguised Tory has lately shown his head, and that shall penitentially solemnize with curses the day on which Howe arrived upon the Delaware. You see, this is a learning experience for us. Patrick Henry's words and Thomas Paine's wisdom to look at these things in light, to identify the secret traitors, to identify those with sincerity and those full of hypocrisy. Are these the actions of a government that wants life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Or are these the actions of a hypocrite who speaks peace and responds with force? So the question then is this: what do we do now? Where do we go from here? Because I think there are things that we need to learn from this. I have watched this video, and I will tell you, in my humble opinion, I believe, and we know for fact, that Lavoy Finnegans was shot more than once. And we will never know where exactly until the body is returned to the family. And I wonder, in what condition will he be returned? You see, I believe Lavoy was not reaching for a gun when they say he was reaching for a gun. I believe that he'd already been shot. Watch the people around him. There were shots fired. People ducking and running for cover. Now, this is just my opinion, and I want you can watch and make your own opinions. But I want you to hear my heart and know where I'm coming from today. Given the dynamics of the testimony from the people in the vehicle watching and the video, put them together. They said he was on his knees. He was not on his knees. He was on 3 feet of snow. The snow was up to his knees. Shots had been fired. And I believe, given the match of the testimony in the video, Lavoy Finnegan was shot in the lower left abdomen. He felt the sting. Anybody who knows that anybody who's been shot in a situation like that knows that at first you don't know what's happening. You feel a sting. It's just a sting, but your adrenaline is so high. And I think that he was confused. And he reached for the sting. Which is why the first time he reached, he did not pull out a gun. A man like that knows how to draw his weapon. He did not reach in there to draw his weapon. If he had reached in there to draw his weapon, he'd have come out with it. He reached in at the sting and didn't know, but looked up and saw the trooper pointing a gun at him, threw his hands back up in the air. I'm not doing anything. My hands, you see my hands, you see my hands. And then realized something was really wrong. It was not just a sting. It was now pain. The warmth and the pain was setting in. And he reached back at the pain, realizing now that he'd been shot, realizing the danger. He knows this man is pointing a gun at him. You watch him turn his back. He is fleeing in panic. He has been shot. And then he's shot in the back. And the question is, will we ever know the truth? And what do we learn from this? We learn that we have a government that is not interested in due process. I'll remind you that the government is forbidden to take life without due process. And that even if they are charged with a crime, they have an inalienable right to a trial of a jury of their peers. Lavoy Finnegan will never get a trial, because that day the government played judge, jury, and executioner. Our government has decided that an empty building that had no source of revenue whatsoever, had no real purpose at all, was more valuable than that man's life. So what do we do now? I pray to God that we have the wisdom of our framers in this. People are always asking me, where are we, Chrisanne, in history? You know history, you know that it repeats. Where do you think we are? In my humble opinion, we just repeated March 5th, 1770. We are not 1776 yet. America is not ready for 1776. Let me repeat that. As much as our hearts are aching and our angers are fired, we are not ready for 1776. There is too much ignorance in America that too many of the people do not understand why they were even there. Too many people do not understand that the federal government has no authority to own the land, and that peaceful protest, the examples of Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi, are exactly what we need to do to gain back our property and our rights. What do we do now? We must be more diligent and vigilant with education. We must educate on the proper placement of power in the federal government. We must teach people. We must have committees of correspondence who are willing to teach at all costs. And we must have open ears and willing hearts to the truth. We must take this crisis and expose the hypocrites, but we must take this crisis and fortify those who love liberty. This is not 1776. We are not ready to take up arms.
The weapon of my choice, don't censor my voice. Hate me or love me if you can. If the truth is what you want, then you found your man. I ain't backing down, I ain't backing up. If you think like I think, then crack it on up. I won't back up, I don't back down. I've been raised up to stand my ground. Take my job, but not my guns. Tax my check till I ain't got none. Except for the good Lord up above. I answer to no one. The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
We must teach, we must learn, and we must infuse the people with the courage to take the stand that is necessary. We must encourage, as the Coalition of Western States said in their press release, we must encourage now the education necessary to endure the struggle of peaceful resistance. Think about that. What are the most compelling images from the civil rights movement? It's the people standing arm in arm, resolved in their position. And it is the government trying to beat them into submission. I want to share with you a poem written about March 5th, 1770, by a man named John Boyle O'Reilly. Where shall we seek for a hero? And where shall we find a story? Our laurels are wreathed for conquest, our songs for completed glory. But when we honor a shrine unfinished, a column uncapped with pride, if we sing the deed that was sown like the seed when Crispus Attucks died, we shall take for a sign this Negro slave with unfamiliar name, with his poor companions nameless too, till their lives leaped forth in flame. Yea, sorely the verdict is not for us to render or deny. We can only interpret the symbol. God chose these men to die. As teachers and types, that to humble lives may chief award be made, that from lowly ones and rejected stones the temple's base is laid. When the bullets leaped from British guns, no chance decree their aim. Men see what the royal hireling saw, a multitude and a flame. But beyond the flame a mystery, 5 dying in the street, while the streams of severed races in the well of nations meet. A blood of the people, changeless tide through century, creed, and race, still one as the sweet salt sea is one, though tempered by sun and place. The same in the ocean of currents, the same in the sheltered seas. Forever the fountain of common hopes and kindly sympathies. Indian and Negro, Saxon and Celt, Teuton and Latin and Gaul, mere surface, shadow, and sunshine, while the sounding unifies all. One love, one hope, one duty theirs, no matter the time or ken. There never was separate heartbeat in all the races of men. But alien is one, of class, not race. He has drawn the line for himself. His roots drink life from inhuman soil, from garbage of pomp and pelf. His heart beats not with the common beat. He has changed his life stream hue. He deems his flesh to be finer flesh. He boasts that his blood is blue. Patrician, aristocrat, Tory, whatever his age or name, to the people's rights and liberties, a traitor ever the same. The natural crowd is a mob to him, their prayer a vulgar rhyme, the freeman's speech a sedition, and the patriot's deed a crime. Wherever the race, the law, the land, whatever the time or throne, the Tory is always a traitor to everyone, class but his own. Thank God for a land where pride is clipped, where arrogance stalks apart, where law and song and loathing of wrong are words of the common heart, where the masses honor straightforward strength and know when veins are bled, that the bluest blood is putrid blood, that the people's blood is red. An honor to Crispus Attucks, who was leader and voice that day, the first to defy and the first to die with Maverick Carr and Gray. Call it riot or revolution, his hand first clenched at the crown. His feet were the first in perilous place to pull the king's flag down. His breast was the first one rent apart, that liberty's stream might flow. For our freedom now and forever, his head was first laid low. Call it riot or revolution, or mob or crowd as you may. Such deaths have been seed of nations. Such lives shall be honored for aye. Let us seek wisdom. Let us pray for guidance. And let us put liberty first. Our framers did. Our children deserve it. God bless. See you tomorrow.
Sorry, folks. I was over trying to cook supper. I'm sorry about every time the music came in, it was just blaring. Wow. I don't understand why people why they do that. That's I don't know. Let me make sure nothing's I still got burgers on. So let me make sure there's nothing breaking. Okay. There's nothing like really breaking, but there is a lot of stuff to go over. One of the things that I wanted to cover, and I'm going to go ahead and go right into that, so I can finish getting this made, so that we can eat and get back down to business. Is who was it? I think it was Professor Doom. Here it is. Here is an analysis that Professor Doom had released earlier today. I'm showing 4 hours ago. And this is also something that I wanted to cover. Before I get to that, because news is most important to me, I wanted to show this to everybody. The Baltic Dry Index dropped another 8 points today. We are down to 317. 317. Absolutely unbelievable. Now the stocks are up. Our stocks look great. But as we all know, they mess with those numbers for the stocks. This number here is a lot harder to fake. And we are down to 317. So remember, when that right hand's moving, keep an eye on the left as well. And that's why I find it important to bring that to your attention. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on back over.
Unedited version. Hey everybody, I have had time to gather my thoughts here and calm way down after I saw the FBI footage. People were asking me, Doom, how come you're not talking about the unedited version? Well, I didn't know there was an unedited version. I was getting reports sent to me that, hey, there's an FBI footage out. I clicked on the link and there's the footage. So everybody's like, see, everybody makes assumptions, and I'm guilty of the very same thing. So I cannot fault you for asking me how come I wasn't reporting the full unedited versions. because I didn't know. People asking me, Doom, how come you're not responding to this guy's comment? He's got valid points. It's because I hadn't got a chance to get there yet. So everybody is guilty of making assumptions, even myself. Now it is time to get past all that. And I'm going to do some speculations here and also offer up my opinions. Um, Everybody is stating that Pete Santilli is an FBI agent. Well, why is he still sitting in jail? Why, if he was a reporter, why was he taken into custody, but this guy was not? I don't have the answer for that, but everybody seems to think that Pete Santilli is a FBI informant. If he was an FBI informant, then I can't understand that why there is an arrest being made against him and he's being charged with the exact same conspiracy. At least that's what they've told us so far, that he's being charged with conspiracy. So he's still sitting in jail, but this guy right here, who, in my opinion, this is just my opinion only, that he talks just like law enforcement, facilitating a stop. Let's listen here. Just let's listen again.
Vehicle 2.
Vehicle 2.
Somebody come out of vehicle
That's
2.
law enforcement use. Vehicle 1, Vehicle 2, facilitating a stop. HRT. vehicles.
They went to the ground. They were handcuffed. Next thing we know, the boy takes off with his pickup and the other occupants.
Hold on, let's
HRT, of course.
HRT,
pursues.
hostage rescue team.
They got further down the road, and we didn't realize it was like a roadblock about a mile down. You know, now, I mean, anytime somebody takes off with a vehicle away from law enforcement after they've exercised a stop, it's typically, you know, considered an act of aggression.
Exercise. Stop. Well, I mean, you know, that's not definitive of anything, but I mean, to me, some of the terminologies that he's using has all of the indications of somebody who's either quite familiar and militia could possibly have that. I mean, there could be some ex-law enforcement involved in the militia members. But what I don't get is that you don't have to have your name attached to any kind of arrest warrants. To be charged with conspiracy when they pull you over and you are knowingly aiding and abetting someone who is committed a felony. Now, he went on to state here in this video of his that there were pictures of him seen there at the compound. And he's there with them at the time. Do I know enough about the law that he should not have been released after only a couple of hours? Well, if you're doing an investigation about who the guy is, they can actually hold you for what, 24 to 48 hours, something like that, without bringing charges. But the only hold him for a couple hours, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just all I'm saying. Can I prove definitively that this guy is some kind of undercover, that the militia has been infiltrated in some instances with law enforcement? I can't even prove that. But I do believe it's true. But I also can't prove that this guy's law enforcement. And I also have to retract what I stated when stating that he said that he saw them charge the officers. You're right, he did not say that.